What's going on, YouTube? I'm back, and today I'm bringing you guys a video where I just want to talk about the new Soldier 76 changes. Now, I know these changes got announced quite a while ago, but I haven't really made a video talking about the changes themselves and how I think it's going to affect Soldier 76 in terms of his effectiveness and his viability. Now, I have been playing a little bit of Soldier 76 in Season 12 on my main accounts and my Smurf account, which is like 3600-ish. And I gotta be honest with you, although Soldier 76 with his new I guess his damage spread, bullet spread, bloom reduction changes, basically gives him his bullets a tighter range of focus for longer when you're holding down the firing button. This helps him be more precise and just overall more effectiveness when poking targets at long range. So his spread doesn't spread so quickly. Now, honestly, these changes, although they make him feel better, I haven't felt anything that makes him actually perform better in terms of like winning or just overall effectiveness. Now, he does feel better. He doesn't feel as useless to play, but I do feel like it's kind of a... I don't want to say it's a scam, but I do feel like Soldier 76 is still really, really bad. And there's a couple of reasons. Well, actually, there's a plethora of reasons that I'd like to get into right now. As some of you may know, I've played a lot of Soldier 76 since Overwatch's initial release. He was the first hero I fell in love with, and I gravitated towards using him right off the bat. My background was other popular FPS games that include the likes of Halo CE all the way through to Halo 4. Now, during this time, I also played a ton of Call of Duty, and I even dabbled in some Dirty Bomb. Right before I got into Overwatch, I played a little bit of Dirty Bomb. And before that, I was a console player my whole life, right up until around I got a laptop for Christmas. And around that time, that was when H1Z1 was kind of just first starting to blow up. And my first ever PC shooter was Dirty Bomb. And I think I put around 40 hours into it before Overwatch came out. And if you guys have played Dirty Bomb, you can kind of see why Soldier 76 was the first hero I used. I think I auto-locked him for like my first 100 games, I'm not even joking. And I honestly never ran into any problems. He was really strong when the game first came out, and his kit is what I would describe as like a traditional FPS kit. He can heal himself when the fight is over, you know, he can hide behind a wall and heal. He can do close range damage, and he can even do a little bit of long range damage. And he obviously rewards good aim. He's just a kind of jack of all trades hero, solid all around. But lately, and by lately I mean like the past, I would say like five to 7 seasons, instead of a jack of all trades, it kind of just seems like he's just a master of none. Well, when competitive Overwatch first got introduced, I was able to play Soldier 76 almost every single game, and I was able to win 61% of my matches with him, and I eventually was able to reach top 500. I even obtained the #1 spot on overbuff.com for Soldier 76. This was all the way back in Season 2, but it seems like every season past Season 4, I have felt the strength of this hero get slowly choked away, season by season. I remember when players first figured out just how strong Dive could be, especially with the old Diva defense matrix. It made me have to be more selective with my flanks and always be cautious of where and when the enemy tanks are going to dive. At first, I hated it. If you guys remember my old rant about Season 5 and the dive meta, that video got a lot of views, a lot of people liked it. But even though I didn't like that meta, I did adjust to it. And I switched up my playstyle up a bit, and I even added Tracer to my hero pool for when the focus and the dives were too much for Soldier to handle. And then I found success. But the fall of Soldier 76 wouldn't end there. In fact, it would go much further. After a few seasons of this, the snipers would become the go-to DPS. Hanzo and Widowmaker in combination with Zarya would basically drive Soldier 76 completely out of the picture right into the ground, and almost make him unplayable. Not because of his kit being weak or anything, but just because of how most of the teamfights were won at this time. A majority of them were won by either a Widow or Hanzo headshot picks, and eventually it would inevitably lead to a Graviton Surge, Hanzo Dragon Strike, damage boosted by Mercy, and an entire season's passed, and that was basically all the game was. This put Soldier in a tough spot because he wasn't as good as getting picks as the snipers, and in a one-on-one duel against them, it was just very unfavorable. Not to mention Hanzo's Stormbow, which all by itself would make Soldier 76 useless. Even if you took Graviton Dragon Strike combo out of the equation, Stormbow made Soldier 76 unjustifiable. Hanzo essentially became the new Soldier 76. He was just better in almost every single way. The pick potential with every arrow, compared to shooting pellets with damage fall off, like what is that? And obviously the tank busting and shield destroying Stormbow, compared to a single Helix rocket. A single Helix rocket compared to Stormbow. Like, that's a joke. And an entire season passed like this, and in no world was it the correct choice to use Soldier 76. Sure, maybe you could win some games here or there, but even in the games you won with Soldier 76, you probably would have won them even easier with Hanzo. You couldn't justify playing Soldier, end of story. But the fall of Soldier 76 wouldn't even end in that meta. It would go even further. They introduced a new hero called Brigitte. I'm not going to lie, when I first played against Brigitte, I thought Soldier 76 might see a slight increase in his viability, but I couldn't have been any more wrong. I thought this might be the case because Brigitte can't do anything to Soldier 76 at long range, but unfortunately it's a 6v6 game, and a one-on-one matchup really doesn't imply that much. Sure, Soldier 76 can stand on high ground and pelt low mobility tank comps from above, but with how much your front line just gets blown up when Brigitte is being run, well, that's commonly what happens. It just renders Soldier 76's sustained damage just useless. I once got 3 visors in like 2 minutes and lost the points. And I'm not joking, this actually happened. I got 3 visors in 2 minutes and my team didn't even stop the enemy team once. All we were able to do was just stall out before our inevitable defeat. You're honestly better off to just pick Bastion in this situation instead of going Soldier. Seriously, I'm not kidding, Bastion is better. So what if the enemy team doesn't run goats? They will probably be running a Widow, a Doomfist, or a Genji. Now, Widow isn't the end of the world for Soldier 76 necessarily, but it's certainly not a favorable matchup, and it's certainly not favorable up at like top 500 GM level where the skill of Widowmakers is like black and white compared to the Diamond and other ranks, whatever, you know what I'm saying. The real problem is Doomfist. The thing with Doomfist against Soldier 76 is that his biotic field is useless against a Doomfist since there is so much burst damage. His biotic field is basically a marker that says stand here to die. And even if you land your Helix rocket on Doomfist, you have to hit him with the Helix in this perfect area where he's so far away that you don't damage yourself with the Helix when it hits him. Because if you shoot it when he gets up close to you and punches you, the splash damage also injures yourself. So there's just no way you can win that matchup. It's nearly impossible to win. And then it doesn't end there either. Like, as soon as Brigitte uses her ultimate and the enemy team gets armor, or she just gives any of her allies armor, if you're on Soldier 76 in that scenario, you might as well just spin around in circles and start shooting the grounds. Your bullets at that point like literally do nothing at all. It's just a complete waste of time. You should just jump off the map maybe, just so you can get to spawn faster and switch to a better hero. I'm not even kidding. Like, but as soon as they use that ultimate, Brigitte's ultimate, you just jump off the map and just kill yourself. Really, I'm not even kidding. His sustained damage without a large health pool just doesn't have a place in the game anymore. Like, you either have to have high burst damage, lots of health, or utility. And Soldier 76 has none of these things. It seems pessimistic to say, but I don't see how Soldier 76 could ever return to being viable if he doesn't get his old damage back. Like back when like Nano Visor was meta and stuff, back when he was like a tier 1 pick. If he doesn't get that amount of damage output back, I don't ever see him being that strong of a pick. He'll always be an okay pick, but like the heroes in this game are so broken. Like if you want to win, you got to play the broken ones. You know, even when Torbjorn hits comp, the new Torb, Hanzo's still going to be a better pick against Torb because of his Stormbow. Torbjorn won't be able to like protect his turret at all against Stormbow because it will die so quickly, whereas if you hit it with a single Helix, it's still there and you still have to shoot it. Stormbow gets the job done way more efficiently. feel like the entire game of Overwatch in the current moment is strong against Soldier 76, and he has been left outside the walls of viability to go take a seat with like Bastion and Reaper in the land of troll picks. You know, at least Symmetra has a good ultimate. Like, yeah, Symmetra might be a troll pick, but like Soldier 76, like he's right there with her right now. Like, except Symmetra, like that big gigantic wall, like that's actually a good ultimate at the very least. Soldier 76 doesn't even have a good ultimate. He doesn't really zone anyone. Like, no one's really afraid of a Soldier 76. Like, he's not intimidating at all. Like, you don't want to get anywhere near a Symmetra. And Symmetra's annoying. She slows you down with those turrets. Those new turrets, they have a lot more health. They're so annoying. But like, Soldier 76 is just complete trash. And I do worry that he's never going to be good ever again with the direction the game is going. But I really hope that I'm wrong, and I really hope to give him another buff or a rework or something, because he is just so bad right now.
Well, maybe I am overreacting just a little bit. He's not that bad. I mean, he's certainly not tier 1 in my opinion, but you know, against certain maps and against certain compositions, and you know, if you have a really, really good aim, I would say, yeah, you could probably play Soldier 76. Like, if you're really consistent and you know exactly where to be at the right time and you play with the perfect amount of aggression, you could probably make it work. But if you don't have really good aim, like a Defran, Kabaji, you know, Baby Bay, all the amazing hitscan players, if you don't have aim like that, I would probably stray away from Soldier 76. He's not incredible, but now he's just viable. And if you're gonna play viable heroes, you might as well play ones that either give your team more utility or give your team just more pick potential, or at least zoning. More burst damage like a McCree, a Widow, Hanzo. These heroes are a lot more scary for the opposition than a Soldier 76 is. So I would probably recommend playing those heroes instead of our main man, Soldier 76, for the time being. Maybe the meta changes, maybe it doesn't, but right now, I would probably stay away from him. But if you have a really good aim, you can make it work, but just be aware that you have to be almost perfect with your shots, and he can be pretty annoying. If you're really good with your shots and your positioning, Soldier 76 can be a bitch to play against. But that's all for today's video, and once again, thank you guys so much for watching.